Aisyah binti Muhammad Rasidi.
Assalamualaikum. Hi, my name is Nur Alia Christina.
Assalamualaikum. Hi, my name is Dani Patricia binti Arshad.
This video will explain about the threat to the environment, which is one of the branches of pollution, namely air pollution. What is air pollution? Air pollution refers to the release of pollutants such as gases, smoke, dust and particles into the atmosphere that affect the health of humans, animals and plants. There are several causes that lead to the air pollution. I will show you. Air pollution happens when there is an increase in pollutant substance that released to the air. Why can the pollutant substance can increase? It's all because of human action. Number one, it can increase by the exhaust fumes from vehicle. Do you know that exhaust fume from vehicle produce many types of pollutants, which is nitrogen oxide, carbon monoxide, smoke, and soot, and hydrocarbon gases such as benzene. These gases is poisoning and even kill people who are exposed. Number two, smoke that released from industrial factories produce sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, dust, carbon monoxide, and carbon dioxide. Number three, humans do not stop doing open burning. Open burning led to the formation of carbon dioxide, smoke, and soot.
I will be presenting some significance of air pollution and ways to overcome it. Starting with the good effects. One of the good effects of air pollution is it helps plants to grow. The chemical smoke around the air produced from factories and cars that contain nitrogen. Nitrogen is one of the substances that needed for plants to grow perfectly. So, the air pollution gives benefits to the plants. Other than that, air pollution also helps in slowing the climate change. Pollutants that produce carbon dioxide may actually heat up the earth. So, earth will be hot, but if the pollutants produce sulfur, it may help the earth cooler. Let's move to the bad effects. The bad effects of air pollution is it will give human a respiratory health problems. Because of the toxic substance that dangerous, it can cause allergies ranging from cause to asthma, cancer and emphysema. It is because inhalation of toxic agents affects the lungs and organs that involve in short or long time. Plus, lack of oxygenation can cause a cardiovascular problems. Next, air pollution can cause a global warming. This effect is one of the biggest problems among all since it will give a massive impact to the earth, humans and animals. Global warming is a direct consequence of the greenhouse effect, which is produced by the high emission of carbon dioxide and methane into the atmosphere. What happens when the global warming happens? Due to the high temperature rises, number one, sea level will rise. Then the melting of the ice glaciers. After that, ocean acidification. And lastly, drought. Now, there's a lot of ways we can do to overcome air pollution. First, we can reduce greenhouse gas emission by using carbon tax method. This method encourages people to use the more efficient alternative energy that will not produce more carbon to the air. Carbon tax plays in the use of gasoline, carbon dioxide emitted by factories and home energy bills, which means people need to pay more in every use. All of the money will help in order to find and research more ways to produce alternative energy sources. Then, there are also easiest way for people to help reduce the air pollution, which is by using less fossil fuel. Some of the ways are riding a bike or walking instead of using a car or motorcycle, taking a bus or train to reduce the use of vehicles on the road, buy a car that has greater efficiency of fuel, and lastly, use the energy appliance at home wisely. Lastly, technology always has been helping us to overcome a lot of problems, including air pollution. So, in order to reduce the air pollution, hybrids vehicles, solar and windmill were produced. Hybrid vehicles is vehicles that have an electric motor and a rechargeable battery, which means it does not using any fuels to move. As for the solar, some places cannot be used since it does not have enough amount of sunlight as well as the windmill, which requires places with wind. Plus, they are very expensive, but they still produce huge impact in order to reduce the air pollution. That's all from me. Thank
Malaysia air quality has worsened as a result of urbanization and the country's seasonal haze. This is because increased industrialization has resulted in an increase in air pollution throughout time. Pollution generated by automobiles from the combustion of fossil fuels are one of the main causes of air pollution in Malaysia. According to the World Health Organization, air pollution caused 6,251 deaths in Malaysia between 2010 and 2012. On 23 June 2013, Sekolah Menengah Teknik Muar Johor recorded the highest API measurement of 663, which is on emergency level, where Malaysia had its worst air quality due to the haze outbreak. Other areas also have the poorest air quality, with API reading that are poor, very unhealthy and hazardous. Next, according to Indonesia National Disaster Agency, 328,724 hectares of land were burned this year alone between January and August. Central, West, South Kalimantan, Riau, Jambi and South Sumatra were badly affected. But Indonesia isn't the one only to blame. In neighboring Malaysia, there have also been incidents of open burning. However, it pales in contrast to Indonesia. According to the ASEAN Specialized Meteorological Center, there were 10 hotspots in Malaysia states of Sabah and Sarawak on 14 September compared to 627 in Kalimantan. For unfamiliar situation, there is an event occurred in late October of 1948, which is called the Donora Smoke. The Donora Smoke occurred at a small Pennsylvania town. Instead of another foggy average day, an enormous cloud of toxic air from the nearby zinc industry was struck by a weather inversion that preventing them from flowing freely. What is meant by weather inversion? Weather inversion of thermal inversion is temperature inversion occur when the normal heat gradient of atmosphere is being reversed. Unfortunately, due to this situation, 6,000 people died as a result of toxic air in Donora, which has a population of 40,000 people. The Donora smoke crisis still regarded as the greatest pollution disaster in US history and one of the worst in the world. Despite the fact that many improvements have been made to improve air quality through time, it is still an issue in many parts of the world. If you live in a region where pollution and haze are widespread, remember to stay protected in order to be safe. That's all from me. Thank you.